Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ready Steady Craft. It's Tuesday the 27th of July. I got that right for a change because it's my niece's birthday, so I should know it really. Thank you for joining us both on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Craft World itself, of course. Now, Ready Steady Craft has been running quite a few months now. It was an idea that myself and lovely editor Natalie had, and I'm just hearing myself, so I'm just going to turn my volume down on my phone. And it's all about crafting together and crafting with the same product, so we can give you alternative ways of using the same item. Now, we've got a short snappy live today because I've got the lovely Lisa Horton with me, as you've probably seen advertised. We'll go and say hello in just a second, and we're going to be using one of her magazine box kits. It's actually the first one because number 2 is on the horizon, so we can talk more about that. But we're looking at clean, simple, quick cards today, so probably only be about 30 minutes or so for this live today. So sit back, put the kettle on, whatever you need to do, grab your craft stuff if you want to craft along, and come and say hello to the lovely Lisa. Hello, how are you?
Good afternoon, I'm ready here. I was watch you, but it looks like I've got to take part as well, I hear.
I know you have, unfortunately, and if you can just make me one of those while you're there, that would be great. Thank you.
In the background, 2 sugars?
No, none, just white, no sugar, thank you. It's been 12 hours since I've last had a cup of tea.
I'll get him on that for you.
Please. Right. It's been a busy day, but you've been busy as well, haven't you? I know you've been rushing around a lot.
Good. Yeah, it's a really busy time at the moment, and what with the new box kit coming out as well, we've got so much going on. So this is do you know what, this is a really good time, Lou, to get this one and get this at a good price, because actually there are a few bits and pieces that might work with the new one as well.
Oh really? Oh, I'm interested to hear more about that actually. I'm just double checking for everyone because you just said about the price on this. I'm just double checking my emails because I think it's £4 something today, the price for this one, which is absolutely amazing.
That's such a brilliant deal, you know. And if you look at what you're going to get inside, even the papers, you pay more than that for a pack of papers, or a magazine.
Yeah, I will go through all the extras in a moment, but I mean, like I say, just the inspiration in the magazine is worth that. £4.99 today, come down from £12.99 the usual price, but that is the deal of the day, so that's only for today. So what I'll do, Lisa, is I know you've got to do some camera switcherooing, so I will show yeah, everybody has to. I have to give them a moment to sort it out, but I will come and have a look at the magazine with everybody and what's in it, and then we'll come back to you and we'll get crafting straight away, if that's okay.
No worries, see you in a minute.
See you in a minute, thank you. Yeah, lovely Lisa. So the magazine, so it's actually a box kit, so you do get, where is it? Here it is. You get it all in a box, which is fantastic for keeping everything together, of course, but what you are getting is your usual super thick magazine, absolutely jam-packed, filled with inspiration. So let's come down to the desk. Let's just switch your view round here, look. So here we go. So we have got lots. Oh, I've given you, bear with me. I've got the wrong view. There we go. We have got papers. We have got, oh, yes, I did see papers. I'm not going to go through everything for you because I think sometimes you want to get these magazines, you want a surprise, but look at some of these fantastic items that you're getting in here that you can follow along with and make. Aren't they absolutely brilliant? And then if I just skip forward to the middle, you've got papers. Lisa, do you know how many papers there are in here? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15, 16. I've just counted 16 of them, all double-sided as well. So you've got a lot in there. Okay, they're really good quality actually as well, aren't they? Absolutely. So we've got the papers and the magazine inspiration. Now I would pay £4.99 for that alone, and then we've got, I'll say hello to a few of you by the way as well over on Facebook and YouTube. I have got my phone here, I'm just going through this quickly. Then we've got dies. Again, dies, how much do you pay? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dies in total. I mean, you can't put a £4.99 price on that, surely. That's crazy.
You know, I'd be paying that at least because they haven't produced, let alone to sell them. You know, and these dies. I think this box looks so successful because these do something a little bit different. So in the magazine where you've got your papers, these actually cut out some of the flowers in your papers as well. So they all mix and match with your stamps and your papers in mag.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've just noticed you've got the florals in here. So they match with, as in you can overlay your die cuts and everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
As well, so you can use some of those dies in the papers. Too.
Oh, do you know what this? I see where you're going. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. This is just all so versatile, isn't it? I adore these. The embossing folder is beautiful. I'm definitely going to be using this. So A6 embossing folder. It looks like it, or it feels, I haven't used it yet, it feels like it's a really deep emboss as well. And then the enamel dots. I love enamel dots. I just think they are beautiful. Sorry, I'm talking over you.
No, I'm talking over you. I've got excited again. These are my favourite thing. I've not seen these in a box either. I've never seen these in a box. And when these came out, so many people again were saying, can we have more enamel dots? Because they are so beautiful and they're so pretty and they make great centres for those flowers, don't they, Lou?
Yeah, absolutely perfect. I mean, I love my enamel dots because you can get the liquid drops, can't you? I'm just going to come to a view that's both of us, just so you can see both of our desks here ready. But you can get the drops that are in a bottle and you have to wait for them to dry. And I always stick my finger in them. I never get perfect dots, but these are just, they're adhesive as well. So they're just ready to go. They're brilliant.
Can I be cheeky and show them or not? Is that a bit naughty?
Is it what, sorry?
Is it a bit cheeky if I show them on the screen or?
Of course not. No, go for it.
Because when you look at them, you get so many of these. You get absolutely loads of these.
That's fine. So what you're seeing is my face still. Don't worry, everyone else can see my desk. So they've been able to see them. So it's all good. It's all good. They are beautiful, aren't they?
I'm small, Lou, and my camera is so high that I have to stand up to get close to my camera. I really need to have my heels on doing this.
Oh, have you? It looks like you're just sitting there and holding your hands up.
Well, that's really good.
No, it's fine. We can see. So now everyone's got the view of you and me split desk, so we can see what you're doing. You're in the perfect position in the middle. I'm going to move this out the way in the moment. I'm just going to say hello to a few people that have joined us. We've got 51 people on Facebook at the moment. So we have got the lovely Marta from the design team. Thank you for joining us, Marta. We've got Julie Young says hello to us both. Natalie, who's usually with me doing this, says, OMG, those dots. So she obviously likes those dots. We have got Jean Rowland. She says she can't hear Lisa. Now, is it because Lisa's quiet? I think, Lisa, if you just do a quick hello for me.
Hello.
Yeah, so it's fine. The sound's there. I think it might just be because if your phone's a little way away from you, it might be a bit quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn that sound up a little bit for everyone. So I'll turn it up. There we go. I've whacked you up now. You better whisper, Lisa. You'll be deafening everyone. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you now, Jean.
Do you want me to speak again, Lou, or do you want me to keep quiet?
No, you're fine. You carry on. I've turned you up. Hopefully everyone will be able to hear you better. Yeah, Jean said she can hear us both now, so that's a bit better. We've just turned the volume up. I think it's because I'm so loud. I overpower everything. I apologise. Shall we get to crafting straight away? What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to come to you first of all, Lisa. Do you have in mind, do you know what you're going to do, roughly?
I do.
Do you want to give us a quick overview before I come to the split screen so we can see more of what you're doing and I'll get this cleaned up?
Right, okay, so what we're going to use, this is actually probably about a 6x6 card, and I've got on my desk here some of the gorgeous papers which I've die cut using the dies that come with the set. I've got a few of the leaves as well. We're going to be using our lovely blending brushes and a few of our oxide inks, and we're going to be using our low tape masking tape, and we're going to create a lovely background, and we're up the flowers with the plant pots and something very, very cool. So that's where I'm heading. What are you going to do?
Okay, so let me come back to the screen with both of us now. So you can make a start, Lisa, so we can all see what you're doing. So I'm thinking keeping it as simple as possible. Now for me, what I usually tend to do is I see these kits and everything works so well together. I want to use it all. I'm going to have to rein it in a bit this week. So I'm thinking I'm going to probably use it all. I'm going to emboss with this for second. I'm actually going to do some inking first. Then I'm thinking, so I'm inking with my oxides, do a nice ombre effect background, and then emboss it. The ink's still going to be a bit damp when I emboss, so see if that makes any effect to the ink. And if it doesn't, I'm probably going to give a little bit of a water spritz and see whether that ink then sort of puddles in some of the emboss a little bit, and just see what the effect is. And there may be no effect. It may just be a beautiful emboss with a nice blended colour, or it may start to pool in places. We shall see. It's a bit of an experiment. But you talk about the, did you say tape transfer or something like that effect, Lisa?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask off a couple of areas on the card, and then I'm going to use the gap in between to apply some of my inks, and then I'm going to stamp over that. You kind of get almost like a panel across your card, and we can do that in some pretty oxide colours and with those florally stamps we've got, which are then going to tie in with our beautiful, hang on a second, we're going to then tie in with our beautiful plant pots. We're going to have the flowers coming out, maybe it's so that's kind of where I'm heading. I'm a bit of a, not fly by the seat of your pants, but I'm a kind of,
we'll go with that
kind of idea. And I think these box kits are great for that, aren't they? You can just start and then you end up in a completely random direction.
Absolutely, definitely. Myself and Natalie, what we tend to do is not usually plan this too much, so we're just as surprised with how it all comes out in the end. Good morning from Ohio. Hello to Teresa. Hello to, I'm just seeing all these names flicking up and I'm trying to focus on the right person and the right comment, the right name. Ella is looking forward to seeing our cards. Wendy Jackson is looking forward to the challenge. Do you know what? It's really nice because some people have probably got this kit at home, and it might just give them even more inspiration, because we're not copying what's already in the magazine, are we, Lisa, at all?
No, not at all. And Wendy Jackson, she is a good friend of mine. She's on my design team, but she lives in sunny Spain.
Oh, so lovely.
I know. So I'm going to use some beautiful sunshiny colours, even though it's a bit miserable out there today, Lou.
Do you know what? So some of you may know that I was in Peterborough today, so I had the launch of a textures range on the TV channel. The TV channel. the TV on the craft store, and I drove home just before this, obviously, and the rain was horrendous. I mean, to the point where I was in what we call the fast lane in the UK, so the outside lane on the main road, and I was going at a crawling snail's pace, as was everyone around me, because it was just chucking it down so much you couldn't see, and the water was filling the road. It was terrible. So whereabouts are you, Lisa? Where are you based?
I am where they actually call it Sunshine Coast. I'm actually down in Eastbourne, so just outside Eastbourne. And we're actually protected by the Downs. We've got the South Downs right outside our back window. So
lovely.
We're quite fortunate. We get, like, if I look outside now, the sunshine's coming through, would you believe it? It's absolutely glorious.
Isn't that typical?
I see in the distance that the rain clouds are heading our way again, which... I don't mind. Hopefully it will clear the air for us, don't you think, at the moment?
Oh, we need it. It's so hot and muggy. Now, myself and Natalie always have a little chat about the weather, because we're quite a few miles apart, so it's nice to see what's happening in other areas of the country. We're going for very different colourways here, I've noticed.
We are.
So you can't actually see what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm going to do, everybody? Just to be nice to Lisa, I'm actually going to change my settings for her so she can see what I'm making, because very often poor Natalie does have to work just with seeing my face and not knowing what I'm actually doing. So I'm just going to switch this round for her. So hopefully, there we go, Lisa. If you can see, you're good now. So you can see what I'm doing and I can see what you're doing. It's not really fair, is it, for me to comment on yours and you can't see what I'm doing. Now, what I've found is with the lighting that we need for video and things that we do for these lives, is for some reason this to me looks perfectly blended, but when I look at it through the screen it looks patchy, which is really odd. But what I call in real life, it's not. I think it's...
It looks quite good from my angle.
Does it? It looks... I think I'm getting a bit panicky. I need to just chill out about it.
Yeah, and oxides are a bit like that, aren't they? Once you put your water on them as well, they're going to change completely anyway, aren't they?
Absolutely. So while these are still damp, I'm going to run that embossing folder through and see if anything happens. I don't know. I'm not sure I've run an embossing folder through with wet inked paper before. Have you? Do you know?
Oh, that will look really cool. Hopefully that should pick up all that cross hatching on there, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Ooh, we'll see. So, Big Shot. Just take the blue plate out, don't you? I have to remind myself all these plates.
Do you know, it's every folder is different, aren't they? You never quite know. It's a little bit of test it out and see what happens sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely. Joan said, beautiful colours, both of us. We've got Amanda, so she used to live in East Dean and Pevensey Bay, is that? Pevensey Bay?
Pevensey Bay. Well, who's that? Sorry?
That's Amanda Marlowe.
Amanda, well, I used to live in West Ham, just around the corner from Pevensey Bay, and we've just moved to Polegate. So you'll probably know exactly where I am.
There you go. So you can have a little catch up about the local area now, can't you?
See, now, Lou, I'm going totally off tangent now. I've now decided that now I've put my colour down, I am going to bring in my stamps using my VersaFine, and I'm going to kind of go over that panel and decorate it in a bit of black ink and lift it off and have almost this super bright panel across the middle of the card with a bit of stamp in it. What do you think?
They're gorgeous. What colours have you used there?
I have used my go-to colours, which are squeezed lemonade, picked raspberry, broken china.
Lovely. Just because people always ask, so I've used Salty Ocean, Salvage Patina, which is the second from last one that came out, and Twisted Citron, which I've not used before, and I've been so desperate to use it for such a long time. Right, so that has got a beautiful emboss on it, but it didn't affect the inking at all, which is great because you just know now that it won't. But what I'm going to do is spritz this just for a moment and see if that ink will start to pool more where those crosshatch bits are, where the lines are and the dips. I think it is starting to.
It should do.
I've actually bought, and I'm going to get Natalie one as well soon. I've got a quieter heat gun. For everybody who knows us, they know that actually we usually end up using our heat guns and nobody can hear us, and this one is hopefully a little bit quieter, so I'm just going to use this and dry this off. So everyone will still be able to hear you fine, I should think, Lisa. It's just I'm going to put my hand over my mic and do this. Hopefully it'll be quite quiet for you.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. But it does take a little bit longer than before.
That's right. Should I be quiet or shall I keep talking?
Only problem is I can't hear you now.
Right, I'll keep talking just in case people can hear me anyway. So what I'm doing, I've missed a little bit there, but I'm not too worried about that because that'll be covered up with the sentiment. So we're literally using our stamps and going all over the front of this. But again, like I say, I'm going to bring in a sentiment. Potentially that was going to cover that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll keep going with this. I've got one more. I want to pop in there. Just see where my... Yeah, let's pop a little one in there for now. Okay, that's what I want. And I'm going to lift that up, and I'm going to use some of the leaves as well now because they are so pretty. Oh, or do I use the button? No, I'm going to use the button.
Oh, you sound like me trying to choose things to use.
Do you know, it's so nice to have so many options though.
It is, isn't it? So that didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. I think that basically I've just dried everything off. So I'm just running a baby wipe over the surface with a brayer, see if that picks up some of the ink off the top. I'm just experimenting, I'm just playing. Where were we? Tina Foster has said... Do you know Tina, do you?
Yeah, Tina lives close to where my mum and dad live, which is in Bromley. So everybody I seem to have a rough idea of where they live, which is a bit dangerous, isn't it?
That could be considered a little bit weird. Each to their own. No, it's lovely. It's nice that you have like a good relationship. So is Tina on a design team for you, or do you just know her from through crafting?
It is on my design team. Tina's been with me from day one. So she's been with me since January 2020. She's a super craft.
Amazing. So she's said she absolutely loved crafting with this kit. Not a single item included that she didn't like. The best box kit ever. The dies even have beautiful stitch detail. That's one thing we haven't really gone into detail with, is it? Is things like the dies and the stamps. I mean, I know I held them up briefly, but there's a lot in there. Like I say, this is all $4.99 today, and of course that price will go up again tomorrow, so after midnight tonight. That is the deal of the day over on Craft Stash just for today. So if you're liking the look of this kit and everything in it, $4.99, that's all. I like that. I've actually managed to lift off the colour. I don't know how well anyone can see it, but I've managed to lift off enough colour from the top, the raised areas, and the deeper, so the debossed areas have got the stronger colour in, so you've got a slight colour variation there.
See that?
So I'm happy with that now. I love that ink blending that you've done with those stamped flowers. It looks beautiful.
That, and then when we peel this masking tape off really slowly, look at that panel already.
Oh, that's perfect. That is like the most therapeutic thing ever.
I love doing this. It's one of my favourite techniques because it's so easy, but it's so effective, and it takes so little. You haven't got to worry about blending too much, like you were saying. It's not one of those things where you really need to be perfect with it, because once you've done it, and you've got your stamps over the top, you can't see a single thing that's not blended correctly. But what are you going to do next then? Because I'm gonna put some plant pots on mine, I think.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna use that twisted citron that I was talking about, saying I've not used it before, because it's not usually a go-to colour for me. So I'm going to go really crazy and matte onto a lime green as well to really bring out that green in there, which is kind of making me nervous because I don't usually go this bright.
That is so me. What you're doing, your colours. I love your colour palette. That's perfect for me.
Is this what sort of thing you'd usually go for, is it?
Definitely. I do normally add a pink in as well. I do go a bit rogue. They are my colours. So I've got some of the papers, the box kit, and I'm being really naughty, and I'm deconstructing one of the sentiments.
Oh, it's not naughty. It's not. It's just showing what you can do with it, isn't it?
Yeah, those banners are they're a bit too big. It makes it too chunky on this card. But I think you get 2 of everything. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you do. I'm going to go along and
I think the pages do duplicate themselves, which is really handy. So you've got 16 pages, so 8 of each. Sorry, 8. No, did I say 16?
I'm sure you said 16.
16 double-sided, so I think you must have 16 separate designs repeated throughout. I think, if my maths is right, which usually it's not.
Mine's not so good, but I actually do believe you're right, actually. Look, and I'm going to use a big pair of scissors for this. I love my big scissors, and I'm going to follow that line all the way down, so it's perfectly straight. And I'm going to clear up a bit, which is very unusual for me.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm always cleaning up. I'm terrible.
I'm a clean crafter, but I'm not a tidy crafter, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah,
so
I think
my style is clean, but my desk normally isn't.
This weekend I've been crafting all weekend for this new textures launch, and it's just, my desk has been hideous all weekend, to the point where I actually posted a photo of it to embarrass myself more than anything, because it was so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most people actually said, well, that's normal. That's pretty normal for us. But anyway, talking about new launches, we're doing this kit. This is kit number 1. Can you give us a little insight into kit number 2 at all?
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I am led to believe that it should be landing early August. It's my festive box kit, and it is... I love this kit, and the next kit is equally, if not even better. And I don't know if I can get them this, but it is. You've got some, you know, when you get a Christmas kit and you get the standard things in it. Mine is very slightly different, but it's kind of, Oh, I want to tell you, but I can't tell
You can't. No, this is why I wanted to see if you could actually tease without giving too much away. I'm a bit cruel, really, aren't I? But we're only looking at about 2 weeks, aren't we?
We are, and it's actually going to TV as well.
Fantastic.
On the 11th of August, and then I think it's released to. So I've got a little tiny bit of an exclusive, but not long, and then it will be hitting the shops and websites within a matter of days. So
Brilliant.
It's really nice kit, Lou. Honestly, I'm really with it.
Well, hopefully, maybe in a month or two, when you've got a few minutes to breathe, we can do another Ready Steady Craft with that one as well, or even both of them to show how they work together, perhaps.
I think that's a really good idea, because some of the no, I can't tell you. Change the subject.
Change the subject. Yeah, what plans have you got for this weekend? I don't know. I love talking about craft.
Believe it or not, I'm prepping my box kit for the telly.
So, what have you had on telly recently? I know you've had 3D embossing folders. They are flying.
Oh, they have been unbelievably popular. Sorry, I'm actually talking while I'm looking for a black fine liner. So
That's
I'm
fine.
good. I'm asking.
What I tend to do is put a hand in so people know I'm still here while I'm talking.
Hi to everybody. Yeah.
She's still there.
I put it somewhere. Right, okay. I'm going to take my hand away for 1 second.
You're fine. You can go away and have a look. So what I'm thinking now is I love these flowers. I've got this scrap of white cardstock that I've just cut away from a square card base. As usual, I'm going off and I'm making my own card base shape and size just to fit the panel that I cut. So I've got scraps of white cardstock. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut some flowers out and foliage from this and just keep them nice and white rather than coloured. So that's what I'm going to do now. You found it?
Yeah, I found it. I needed my black fine liner because what I want to do is go across my card. I hope you can see this all right.
Yeah.
And I want it very random. So take the fine liner and put a random line all the way across the bottom. Don't worry about how it looks. And then we'll go across the top as well. And this takes away, if you've missed a bit or you haven't got it right, this gives you the chance to line it up and then go back again. And
Lovely.
Then I
So
think
it's
that
a
makes
bit doodly then, isn't it?
it is. And I can see here these lines here, I know that hasn't joined up, but I've got my black pen and I'm just going to go in like that. It doesn't matter because again it's a bit doodly.
Yeah, I like that look.
And that's perfect, just round. I mean, you can cover yours up with something, but for me now that's gonna do a little bit of. See, look, this is a total. But again, you can. It doesn't really matter, does it? So yeah, I'm happy with that. And back in that top again. Looking good.
Nice. I'm hoping these white flowers are going to stand out really nicely on the coloured backgrounds. That's why I want to keep them white. Nice.
I'm standing up now to have a look. Yes, they do.
Yeah, you can look now. Yeah, they stand out quite nice actually. So I think I am definitely going to keep them white. These are going to be super quick cards, aren't they?
Oh, they're going to be nice as well, though. I think that's the nice thing is it doesn't have to always be a really.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, does it?
Where's that other bit of white cardstock that I popped away? There we go. So I'm going to cut another piece of foliage. I might just do another couple of flowers, and then I can do some layering if I want to with them.
Yeah,
I really love this, Lisa.
Do you? Do you like this?
Well, I didn't get a chance. I've had it for about, I don't know, almost a week. Obviously delivered to my house, and I thought, no, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to do what we should be doing and just starting like from 3 p.m. today, then look at it and decide what you're going to do, because it really makes it authentic and, what can we do with it kind of thing. So, because it's all very well us having planned things, but most people might only have half an hour or an hour to craft. And that includes the planning time. So when you've got a kit that is genuinely really simple to decide what to do with, it's so much more helpful for everyone.
It is. And do you know what I did? I did work out. So I don't think it will work for every single image. But if you have an electronic die cutting machine as well, Lou, I found some of the simpler shapes on the papers and the elements.
Yeah.
If you're unsure about cutting things like this, it actually finds the outside edge and cut it for you.
Oh, perfect.
So, and use that as well if you have access to those kinds of machines.
Yeah, of course.
But what I'm going to do, Lou, is I know you showed. So, did you stamp your flowers and cut them?
No, I've just cut them, and they've actually got lots of the stitched edge around. As who was saying? Sorry, one of your design team members was saying. Yeah, so they were saying about the stitch edge. I don't know if you can see that, because the trouble is the lights make the white really bright, and then you struggle to see. But hopefully you can just see that stitched edge. Oh, look at that when that's stamped. That is beautiful.
So all I did that to create that, I did an inky background like you did, and then I stamped loads and loads of leaves over the top, and then used the die. Look at that, to cut that out, and it cuts absolutely beautifully.
Gorgeous.
Gives you such a lovely finish.
That is.
So I've got a couple of those, and I'm going to pop them in my plant pot, I think. This really is going rogue today, isn't it?
Isn't it? That's what we like. And I like the whole, so myself and Natalie do it as well. We often go off on a different tangent to what we thought we might. But I like that everybody gets to see this creative process and see how we work things out and how we got to where we get to. Because like I say, when you demonstrate on the telly as well, Lisa, and you do your lives and things, and that's all planned, it's all prepped. So technically, nothing should go wrong. Should go wrong.
Technically. Oh, see, now I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure about what I'm going to do. You see, I'm not sure about my flowers now.
Are you not? Are you umming and ahhing?
I am umming and ahhing. I'm thinking of even leaves at the minute. And then flower over the top. Oh, what do I do? What do I do?
This is a brand new stamp, so I'm just using an eraser to take any coating off of it, which I do with absolutely every brand that I've ever used. It just helps it stamp, the ink hold better on the stamp.
Yeah, I find that as well, actually. Sometimes you just need to, don't you? It's nothing, that doesn't mean there's a problem with the stamp. It's just the manufacturing process, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It has to have a coating on, and yeah, just an eraser. Lots of people do different things to remove it. There's probably a list of about at least 10 different things that crafters will tell you can do to take that coating off. But to be honest, even just inking and stamping a few times on scrap paper will remove it. So
yeah,
you don't have to.
I'm quiet now, Lou, because I'm contemplating.
I thought you were going to say concentrating, but close enough. Oh, look, that's stamped absolutely beautifully. I cannot get over that Craft Stash have reduced this kit to $4.99. There's so much in here. It's crazy. But do you know what? If you're watching this, if you're not catching us on Tuesday, maybe you're watching later in the week or months later, you can still probably pick this kit up if it's in stock. Be quick though, because I don't know how much is in stock. And it's probably up to the usual selling price of $12.99, which really is still such an amazing value for everything you're getting in there, because I'd pay $12.99 just for a die set on its own.
Easily, especially if you've got a bunch of flowers, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm being naughty here. I'm not using my trimmer or anything. I'm just cutting freehand around my sentiment.
And I've made a judgment where if I've sat there and fiddled with all my flowers and laid them out, and then realised I actually quite like the cluster that's in the magazine that I cut out. And
there you go then. Yeah, nice and easy.
Think that works?
Yeah, definitely.
So what we'll do is lay that on with some foam pads, and I might stick a couple of the embellishments in the middle. I think they're really nice.
Yes.
Let me get my out. Where's my little tweezers? Right, okay, right. I know where I'm going, Lou. I know where I'm going.
She's on it. So you're actually, you're in your shop, aren't you, today?
I am today, and I've got Prudence, my gorgeous cat, with me. She's sitting up at the top now.
She is so beautiful, and I love following all the updates from her. Well, from you, but from her. On social media. It's so funny. She's
so naughty.
Well, is she naughty? Really? I don't know.
Well, you know what she brought in the other day? I couldn't believe this. We'd You know, it sounds a very random thing. You know, when you around the edge of your bath, you have that silicone, and sometimes it gets a bit grotty, and you peel it off and you put your new silicone on, and it all
Yeah.
makes your bath look nice and sparkly
Yeah.
again. Well, we did that, and we put the silicone piece in the big dustbin, as you do. And the following morning we came down, and back through the cat flap was that lovely piece of large silicone.
How has
which
she got in the bin and got that?
I really, really don't know. I have no idea. And it's one of those big, deep industrial bins as well. So she had been desperate to get it, clearly.
Wow. Maybe she
Yeah.
was hunting for something else and that just caught her attention instead.
Maybe, but she's been a little bit under the weather at the moment. So
Oh.
she's been to see the lovely Mr. Vet, and she's so good as well in the car and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, she's joining me today, and she's sitting up on a perch watching exactly what's going on. But I think a lot of us crafters have got cheeky pets that join in, haven't we?
Absolutely. I've got 2 dogs, and I've kind of inherited my mum's cat as such, only because she's now got an extra 2 dogs come to live with her, and she thought it'd be too much for the cat. So
Oh, yes.
so yes, I've got a cat and 2 dogs, and they love each other. They really do get on well, considering you don't expect cats and dogs to get on well usually, do you?
No, you don't.
But they do. And they are always up to no good between them.
Do they get involved in crafting? Are they a bit naughty and come into the craft
The
room?
cat is always on my desk. Like, always. She's always in the way. But Natalie will say the same. Natalie's got cats too, and very often when we have our meetings, we have cats' backsides in the camera view. Yeah, it's all good fun and games. And the other day I was having a meeting, Natalie will vouch for this because I think she was on the call. She was, yes. And the neighbour here at the studio had his puppy in here. And he's so cute. He's like a German Shepherd puppy, and he's tiny. So I grabbed him and showed everybody, and he gave a little wave.
You know, I think there's a lot of us crafters out there that work around the cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Like, we have to sleep around the cats and dogs as well.
Oh, yeah.
We don't move them, we move ourselves, or we move things off our space, so to accommodate them, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. We'd sooner have, I don't know, like a dead leg in bed or something, or lose half the duvet than move them. But no, that's fine. We forgive them, don't we? Those flowers look amazing when you lift up the petals and the leaves, and they get a lot of dimension then. Because I've just added my glue to them just in the centres, which is just a natural thing. I don't even think about that.
Crafting, I'm not good at doing 2 things at once, clearly, because you're way ahead of me.
Oh no, that's fine. Honestly, I'm quite happy to sit back and relax. I've been up a very long time today, so I can now and watch you craft.
Morning, Lou.
Sorry?
Did you drive there this morning?
Yes.
Oh wow, you must have been up really early.
Yeah, well, like I say, I had my cup of tea at 3 o'clock this morning, so I was up really early.
Wow, that is early.
So this is kind of this one more little meeting, and then this should be my day's work done, I think. And that is like I said at the opening, it's my niece's birthday today, so it's all round there for Chinese tonight. I think I may just nap on the sofa.
I was going to say, go and find a quiet corner and you'll be fine.
Oh, you cannot find a quiet corner in that house. That's the house with 3 dogs in, so.
Oh, good.
And
Okay.
lots of children, and obviously birthday children, so it's going to be crazy. I might just
Exciting.
stay in the car.
Right, look at this. I'm slow progress, but I'm getting there.
Well, it's not slow really. It's actually been 40 minutes, that's all.
That's it.
Yeah, and we did all our talking at the beginning as well.
Wow. I think we're doing quite well, all things considered, aren't we? Oh, look now.
I think we're doing brilliantly.
What colour am I going to go for? Am I going to go for yellow or... Oh, don't want the green or the yellow or the...
Because I think the pink is a slightly different pink, isn't it, to what you've inked?
It's not quite... I think the yellow, do you?
Yeah, I think the yellow's a really good match.
Yeah, let's go yellow.
So this started off, Ready Steady Craft started off as quite a competitive thing between myself and Natalie, and then any other guests that we get in. But do you know what? It's really not competitive at all. It's kind of evolved into just this friendly chat and craft together, the sort of thing that people just can't do at the moment.
Do Do you know, I love things like this. I haven't crafted with friends for I don't know how long. I do miss that, I have to say. I miss doing the things like that as well.
Face-to-face workshops and things like that. I really used to love all of those. I used to travel around the whole country a few years ago now doing them, and everyone was so friendly, and I loved, it sounds awful, I love when someone said to me, I really can't fathom out how to do, and I'd show them and they'd be, wow, that was so easy. I'm so glad you showed me, and that just made my day. You know, that you can really make a change just by offering a little bit of advice.
I'm totally with you there. I think there's nothing quite like a little bit of face-to-face crafting with a cup of coffee and some Fanta and a little bit of fun.
I thought you said Fanta.
Well, do you know, I wouldn't turn one down, to be fair.
Oh, I love it. Every day have a bottle. That's terrible. I shouldn't be saying that's a brand. I shouldn't say that.
I do as well. It's my favourite. I know, but other drinks are available.
Of course, Fanta and Lilt.
Oh yes, I do like a Lilt as well. I think in the summer I'm not so hot on the Cokes and that. I find it a little
something a bit more tropical, a bit more fruity. So Joan has said she loves watching Ready Steady Craft. It starts her Tuesday off, of course, because Joan's not in the UK, so it's just starting her day. Carla has said it's the perfect show every week. Carla actually, I believe this is you, correct me if I'm wrong, won last Friday when we had, who did we have on live? It was myself demonstrating with Marabou products on the Craft Session Live, and Carla won a massive part of the giveaway. We're giving away a lot of Marabou products, so they will be winging their way out to you very, very soon. Rainey loves Lilt as well. I need to say 3, don't you? If you're speaking about brands, you need to say 3. So we've got Fanta, we've got Lilt. Tango isn't quite the same though.
No,
not quite.
Actually, totally a completely different drink. I like Volvic water it's flavoured with watermelon. It is lovely.
Watermelon. Oh, I adore watermelon. So I need to find that, because I love there's like I'm not sure which brand it is, but they do the strawberry flavour one. That could be Volvic actually.
I think it is Volvic.
And they do lemon and lime and an orangey one as well. I've not seen watermelon. That's got to be one for me to try this summer. Definitely.
That's right. I'm debating, do I put a few more leaves in before I finish off, or do we leave it?
I love it. I think it's really lovely. Where are the pots from, Lisa? Are they from the papers?
Yes, they're inside the paper.
Oh, do you know what? I knocked my magazine down. I'm going to do the thing where I put my hand here, but I'm actually miles away, leaning for something.
I'm deciding, am I going to go any further? No, I'm not. I don't think I am. You know, when you think it's going to be too much if I add something.
I know what you mean. It's perfect, and you can always end up going a little bit. Oh, but that looks nice.
I know. See what I mean?
You've done it now.
Do I? Yes, I think actually now that looks like a summer's day. If I add that.
I like that.
We need glue. Okay.
I'm just going to look at these papers again in a bit more detail for everyone. So we've got teal polka dots. It's a shame, actually, on my computer that doesn't quite look the right teal. It's a greeny, minty colour. We've got the lovely stripes. We've got some little ditzy florals in pink, and they're lovely. Look at those rainbow flowers. They just make you smile, don't they?
I love those. They are one of my...
This is my colour palette, the blues and greens. That's actually very similar to what I've used there on my card anyway. You
can see how perfectly they matched the dies actually.
Oh yes, because you've got all those images in them. Now I'm going to say gingham without saying anything else afterwards. I'm going to control myself. It's a natural thing now, isn't it? More florals, more orange dots. This is one of the clusters you've cut out, isn't it? I think. Oh, that one, I believe.
Let me have a look. Yes, that's the one I've cut out.
Lovely.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Gorgeous. Really is. More gingham, but that's a multicoloured gingham. Here we go, there's the pot. So yes, you do get 2 of every design in here, because I'm halfway through the pack now, and then it starts repeating itself. So you've got the 2 pots there. 2, and that's your florals that you've used there, look. And your 2, where's your 2 someone's, oh, it's on this page, your 2 someone's specials there down the bottom. My name's in the way there. There we go.
You trim that one out, took the ends up. I didn't need that. I think it would have been too much if I'd had that on there as well, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you did the right thing there. But this is the thing, isn't it? It's giving people the almost permission to do that. If that's what you want to do it. It's only paper.
Exactly. And you've got the second one. Matter. You can have one with and one without.
Yeah, exactly. You got to. Lovely. Well, that was a nice, quick, short. I was going to say short hour. It's actually 45 minutes.
Time flies when you're having fun, though.
Doesn't it just? That is beautiful. Now, I'm not going to ask you to swizz your camera around or anything. But yeah, so we know that in about 2 weeks or so, we'll be able to see box number 2 from you.
Definitely.
And lots of other exciting things coming in anyway, away from the box kits, because you have all of your own Lisa Horton brand everywhere else as well. What's the next thing besides the box kits? What's the next exciting thing happening for Lisa Horton?
Wow, we're obviously going to continue with our amazing dies and our wonderful slimline 3D embossing folders. They are just phenomenal. We have those landing in about 4 weeks. And then we're on the final leg of Christmas. We've got some new paper pads and washi tapes and all sorts of things coming out for Christmas as well. So lots and lots going on, to be honest with you, Lou.
Fantastic. So, well, hopefully we can have you back on Ready Steady Craft with something different. I really want to do the slimline embossing folders with you at some point. We were going to do them, but you've sold out of so many of the designs, it wasn't worth us doing them, unfortunately. But we will get some more in stock, and then we can hopefully have a play with them another day. But thank you ever so much, Lisa, for joining us.
It's an absolute pleasure. I've had an absolute ball, honestly. Thank you very much for having me.
You're more than welcome. The card's beautiful. Could I just get you to send me over a photo of the card when you get a moment, please, so we can post it for everyone to see in detail?
Of course, and yours is stunning as well, totally different to mine, and that's what makes this kit so useful.
Exactly, that's exactly it. So from me and from Lisa, I will see you again next Tuesday, of course, as always, and hopefully Lisa will see you again very, very soon.
Definitely. Thanks for having me, everybody.
And thank you, everybody. I'll see you again on Friday live at 12:30. Take care.